Hi, so buddies, welcome again to my channel. This is a tutorial on how to make this detachable collar. If this looks like something you'd like to learn, please stick to the end of the video and do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and also turn on your notification bell. So to cut out this kind of collar, you'll be needing to have your pattern looking like this. So this is just the regular basic body patterns. This is the back. I did not add zipper allowance. So this is the center back and it has no zipper allowance. Then this is center front, and this is the regular neckline that you draw and hold. So now to start this, what you want to do is to join the shoulders together and secure with a tape. I've gone ahead to tape the bodies by the shoulder, so you tape it this way. Then after that, you want to bring a new pattern paper, and now this pattern paper is to be placed on fold. You want to bring back what you have just taped together. Now this center back, you want to make sure that you want to put it at the middle, at the center. That part that you had folded in, you want to place it on that crease line this way. Make sure that it is the back that you are centralizing like this, not the front. So you can just go ahead and tape this down. So I've gone ahead to just secure this part just with my masking tape at this point, and this shape that this pattern has given to you, you just want to maintain it and draw out this shape that it has at this neckline. You also follow how it has gone through here too. So this way you have just drawn out the natural curve that this paper has given to you. So now you want to note the point that is your shoulder line. I am supposed to use like a tracing wheel or something for this, but I can't find it. So if you don't have, just mark this edge, so that you will know that that is where your shoulder is. So you can go ahead and remove this tape that you have used to secure it. Now, so for if you have a tracing wheel, just go ahead and just follow the shape on the pattern. But since I don't have, I've got to mark it this way, and I'm just going to connect the lines that I've made at this point. So I know my shoulder ends and start here. So now, because of the design, you want to know how you want to go ahead and draw out the shape that you want for your style. So for me at this point, you just want to go ahead and mark out the length you want your collar to be. As you can see in the inspo, the back is not so big, not so long rather. So you can just do 3 inches, or you can do 3.5, just depending on how long you want it to be. But I don't want mine to exceed 3 inches at the back. So just draw out that 3 inches this way. You can see that this point here is the point where the back ends. You just want to just use your eye to like just gauge like the midpoint of this and still draw out your 3 inches, like just this way. And now to the length of the collar that you want it to be in front, I want mine to be as long as this length. Okay, this is at 10 inches, at 11 inches. I'm just going to go ahead. If you want yours to be longer, you can just attach paper to this and just extend it. But I'm just going to use the total length that I already have here. So now you want to connect from this point here. You want to connect from this point here to this point, and then the other point that you've marked. For these points that are like this, it is best to use the curved part to connect it. I'm just trying to find the best curve to use at this point. Just try to curve it in a nice way, really. So at this point, this is what mine is looking like. So yours should be looking like this as well. Now also remember that this part that is going to be the front is totally dependent on you. If you want yours to be wider than this, you just, let's say you want it to be wider, you can just come out, instead of coming out by 3 here, you can just come out by 4, so that it comes like this, and then somehow you connect it back to this point. So if you want just like that, it's totally dependent on you. So at this point, you want to go out and cut out this that you have just marked. So I went ahead to bring this so that I can just use this curve here to draw out the other part. Remember that it was like this. Remember that it was like this. So this point here is our shoulder line. So let me just put it this way so that the crease line will be my guide. So I want this whole design thing to stop at this part. You can see that this one is like wider. So if you want your own to be wider, just add more inches. Instead of using 3 inches, you can use like 4 or 5 inches depending on how wide you want your own to be. So from here it comes this way. Sorry, while I was recording, Nepa was being Nepa. They took the legs. So just try to draw out your shape how you want yours to be. So now you can just, after like drawing it out like this, you can just get your French curve to just like redefine these shapes. So now at this point, I just want to go ahead and cut what I just drawn out here. So at this point, I had to place it on my mannequin just so I could confirm if I like what I'm seeing, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and leave it this way. I don't want it wider, I don't want it slimmer. So this is what is looking at this point. So you proceed to go and cut this paper now on your fabric. At this point now, I've gone ahead to cut two pieces of this collar that I just cut out, and I've also gone ahead to iron a stay on it, and then following the pinned down, following the pattern that we had cut, I just used my pen to mark out the places I want to stitch on. So place it right side facing right side, then you turn round, or you turn all around it, like you turn like this down to this part, and also here, and also the neckline as well. But while turning, make sure that at a point, probably at the back like this, just leave a space that you will not stitch, so that you will be able to use that space to turn over the fabric you are just joined together. Point now, I've gone ahead to just stitch down following the shape. I'm just trying to reduce the allowance here so that it is not so bulky. And after doing that, I just want to notch. So after turning it out, this is all I have, and I'm just going to make sure that all the pointy edges are out, and then I'll go ahead to iron it. And this place that is opened, I'm just going to pick a bit of my hemming gum and just put it inside so that it can secure this part. I'll iron it down. So at the end of the day, this is what the collar is looking like. Please make sure that you press your own properly. I don't know what's wrong with my iron, it is acting up, but just to show you, this is what it's looking like at this point. Then you can now proceed to add your hook and eye, or whether you want to use buttons, anyone that you want to use. But this one, I'll be using this. Is this hook and eye? Yeah, hook and eye, or this bra pin, or whatever it's called. Just going to go ahead and attach it at this point so it stays on the neck. So I'll use it to hold it together on the neck. So I've gone to attach the pin, sorry, this hook at the back here. So it's going to be like this. By the time I am done pinning them together, this is the end of the tutorial. So please, if you found this helpful, please do not forget to click on the like button, subscribe, comment, and also share. Thank you so much for watching.